Okay, we've got to talk about the David Grusch SCIF, and we've also got to talk about a new speaker in the house. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, please share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, as most of you know, Representatives Burchett and Anna Paulina Luna, Muskowitz, and another fellow were able to go into a SCIF to finally get supposedly, theoretically, the information that David Grusch wanted to give them about the 40, plus witnesses he interviewed. There was going to be a hostile witness list and a non-hostile witness list. He was going to give them the names of the programs, the locations of the programs, even potentially the locations of the UFOs themselves in the biologics recovered. So, right? I was so excited about that. Well, apparently something happened, guys. I don't know what happened. Well, I can guess what happened, but apparently it was a big nothing burger. Immediately afterward, ask a poll, Matt Laszlo asked Tim Burchett, what'd you learn in there? Absolutely nothing, Tim says, tells the few reporters who staked out the SCIF. And then we have nothing new, says Anna Paulina Luna, and here are some further comments that she makes with Muskowitz. So let's give a listen.
Anything other than what we were told
Yeah, we were actually told that we don't have clearance to learn some certain things.
Really?
So, yeah.
Really?
Again.
Is that in itself telling?
It could be. I don't want to read into it, but obviously, I think a lot of members were very frustrated.
You guys both look frustrated. You guys both seem frustrated.
The fact is that Congress should have oversight and the ability to look into and have access to these programs. And the fact is that we're being told that we don't have access to these programs, which defeats the purpose of what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But your colleagues do have access if they're on armed services or anything.
No.
Oh, really?
No members.
Well, they didn't tell us. They didn't tell us who. They wouldn't answer that.
And was
anything other than what we were...
Yeah, so you can see how frustrated these guys are. They're not given access. They're saying they don't have the clearances. We were told that they were sure to have all the clearances before they went into the SCIF. Well, apparently that did not happen. So what exactly did happen? Well, clearly my mind goes to deliberate obfuscation by the control group. Is that what happened? Yeah, probably. But it's very frustrating. I had a lot of hope on this SCIF. I don't know why, judging by, history. But it did seem like we were finally getting somewhere. But of course we didn't. And, it is what it is. And, maybe I shouldn't have expected anything else. But you can't go around expecting the worst, right? At least you expect the best, plan for the worst, right? So, it's on to the next step. We are going to get at least one more SCIF. There could be a potential series of SCIFs. And it looks like we really do need to get David Grusch in the room with these guys. Clearly, left to their own devices, the control group is not going to allow them to get the information they need. The very critical information about these UFO retrieval and reverse engineering programs. Actually, specifics about who's working on them, what do they know, where are the locations of these things. It's very likely we could get Anna Paulina Luna and Muskowitz and Burchett standing atop a UFO with a live press conference, right? But of course, they don't want that. So they're going to continue putting up roadblocks. But there is some forward progress, and there are Congress people that are genuinely frustrated at the lack of progress and are going to keep pushing. Which, of course, leads us to the new Speaker of the House and what role he might play in all this. Immediately after House Republicans picked the party's new leader on Capitol Hill, Representative Tim Burchett, along with 5 of the 8 other Republicans who ousted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy 3 weeks ago, rushed to address the Congressional Press Corps before newly minted Speaker Mike Johnson did. The group was in a rush, as you'll hear in the audio. I'm not going to play the audio. The audio is not very good. which includes the first portion of their impromptu press conference, but Ask a Poll got one quick UFO question into Burchett about Speaker Johnson. You ever talk to him about UAPs? Yeah, Burchett replied, we're good. So that is extremely encouraging that Johnson seems to be on board with the UAP train. I don't know if he's a UFO guy or not, but he does seem to be more in the Trumpian camp of the Republicans in the House. And I'm not going to get political about it, but that's a good thing for disclosure to my mind, because the Trumpian camp is the anti-establishment camp. And that's what we need, is some people that are anti-establishment. McCarthy was very much an establishment guy. And so it can only be a good thing to have somebody that's against that, to assume power in the House and to direct events, possibly even to lead to the creation of the Select Committee that I've talked about numerous times before, that I have a lot of hope that the Select Committee could really be a big game changer. A body of Congress staffed by people, Congress people that actually care about the UFO issue and about disclosure and getting to the truth of all of this, with the power of subpoena, and it's all going to happen in the public, and they can get these 40 witnesses, or who could be thousands of witnesses, right? I mean, over the course of time, right? To come testify in Congress in public. I'm sure there'll be a behind closed door version of that as well, but the public would theoretically get a lot of information about that. That could be the avenue toward disclosure, in my mind, is the Select Committee, without having to worry about the gatekeeping committee that will be established by the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. And I am very unimpressed by Danny Sheehan's picks for that committee so far, including one guy that actually wants to censor information, and that was an intelligence director who has not revealed anything, right? So, anyway, not impressed by Danny Sheehan's picks, but Johnson seems like maybe he could potentially be an ally for disclosure. He's a very anti-corruption person. He's going to go after corruption, whether you agree with his, with the stance on corruption or not. That's beside the point. The point is that he is going to go after corruption. He's an anti-establishment guy going after corruption, and that's exactly what we need, because these guys have been hiding and diverting congressional funds. That's how the control group has been funding themselves in large part. It seems like they may also be funding themselves through the black market. But they primarily, I guess, historically, have been diverting congressional funds into black ops or black budget stuff. They have it's nested within one black budget program. I think it's probably a series of nested programs, and it's, within the government and outside of the government. But there's a lot of corruption that is, behind that. And that's the engine fueling the money banks of the control group is corruption. So, we need an anti-corruption guy to lead the charge to get to the bottom of this. And, if Johnson is more of a Trump guy, well, that would put him more in the camp of Matt Gaetz and Tim Burchett, is as far as I can tell. So that would give Gaetz and Burchett and maybe Anna Polina Luna a lot more access to Johnson to talk about UAP, right? So again, I'm not going to get political about it, but that does seem like a good thing as far as UFO disclosure goes. So, but time will tell. But yeah, again, this is a bipartisan thing. We've got Chuck Schumer over there in the Senate, who is pushing the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. So we have the Democrats on board with this. We have the Republicans on board with this, at least some of them in both parties. And they could work together to bring about UFO disclosure. So while there are definitely setbacks here with the SCIF, and I'm bummed out about it, there are encouraging signs as well. They actually got a SCIF That's encouraging, and there's going to be more SCIFs. There's going to be at least one more SCIF. There's going to be at least one more UFO hearing. So yeah, so don't get discouraged, guys. There are positive developments, and so many people are saying that 2024 is going to be a gangbusters year for disclosure. So, fingers crossed. I guess we'll see what happens when it happens. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to share this video on social media, that'd be super helpful. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, I've got Cosmic Road t-shirts. See the link below, or you can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.